Hello, welcome to video number 6 in the soft skills section of Microsoft Word skills. And now we're going to deal with inserting figures. And this arguably is probably the most important skill, particularly for documenting a programming project. Because, as we will see in a minute, you're going to have to insert figures or screenshots of your code. And you're going to have to insert screenshots or figures representing your code runs or test runs. So probably the most important video out of everything we've discussed so far is this one. So one that you definitely should practice and get familiar with applying. Right, I have here a very simple Python program that will prompt the user to enter a character. It will keep doing and reads it into the variable called char in, and it keeps prompting the user to enter their character until they enter, well, exactly that, a character. Strings of length 1 is what we're checking for. So the length what they've entered is exactly 1. That tells me it's a character, and we then break out of the loop. Otherwise, we keep asking them to enter a character, and we keep doing that. Once they've entered the character, we turn the character that have input into its ASCII code. We print out the ASCII code for fun, and we then work out the next character by adding 1 to the ASCII code, turning it back into an ASCII character, which we store in the variable called char out, which we also print out. So for instance, if I entered capital A, the capital A would be turned into the ASCII character number 65. We will print out the value 65. 65 plus 1 will give me character number 66, which is in fact capital B. So char out will print out character capital B. Right, enough of the code. I want to get this code into my document. Highlighting everything and copying and pasting from Python into Word, really a bad idea for a number of reasons. One, the sort of layout that Python uses compared to the way it works in Word doesn't really translate very well. But more importantly, layout in Python is not just a matter of style, it is actually a matter of syntax. So all this indenting and everything lining up nicely in columns and where it's supposed to is very, very important. And the best way to get that across, unfortunately, is actually just to screenshot this code as it is, as an image, and put that into your Word document. Right, so how do we go ahead and do that? You can use Microsoft Word's feature to select and import the image, but I like the snip tool that Windows provides, and the way you get to that is as follows. You click the start menu, and in the search box, or Windows R if you're on Windows 8 or above, this is Windows 7 that I'm using, you simply start typing in the word snip, and it brings up the snipping tool, which you then click, and it brings up a rectangular box which I can then click on, and it's gonna rectangular box which I can then click on, and I can then simply highlight and draw a rectangle around the bits I want to snip. Don't worry if you get a bit of the edge of the screen, it's not that important, but make sure you get all the text that you want to talk about. Right, there I've screenshotted it. I now simply go to the edit menu and go copy. I can switch back to my Word document, and I suppose I want to put the image here. I right click and I paste, and there we go. Screenshot of my file inserted into the Word document. Now this is good and well when I only have 1 or 2, but I'm going to have many of these, so I need to let Word help me keep track of it. So we're going to go to the references menu, where we inserted the table of contents from originally, but moving across, you now have something called a there's a section on citations and bibliography, which is useful for a research project. We want this caption section, so move directly underneath your document, your figure, and you simply say insert caption. Now I've done some editing over here by going to new label, and I've introduce two labels, one called program run and another one called code listing. So this is a code listing, so I simply select code listing and I then click OK, and there we go. To automatically number it for me as code listing 1. Underneath that, I might want to put in the program run listing. So I go to my Python program, I run it. Okay, let's get this into the view, and I do something naughty like typing we. Well, it's wrong because it's 2 letters, not 1. I'm going to just press enter, so I've entered no character, and then for my third bit I'm going to enter a capital A, and there we go, there's my output. Capital A is indeed ASCII character number 65, which in turn, next character number 66 is in fact capital B. Right, fantastic. I can now screenshot that, new, bit some more after, just this little bit over here, and I can go edit and copy, back to my Word document, right click and paste, and press enter so that I'm underneath it, and again from the references menu I can insert caption, but this is not a code listing that I want. I simply change the label to program run, and program run 1, there we go. It's automatically going to number those for me. Once I have my documents inserted, I can annotate or label things by going to the home menu, insert menu, and the best thing to use is shapes for this. So you might want to highlight or talk about something, draw the box, change the outline style to something that's appropriate, and I want to talk about this while loop, for example. I can then go right click edit text, the while loop traps input until a character is entered, something along those lines. Okay, and there we go. So I can now annotate and talk about it, and I could similarly annotate this and say, right, that's invalid, that wasn't valid, that's valid, and this is the output I expected to get. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope this part of the video tutorial series was extremely useful. Please practice it. Practice screenshotting code, screenshotting program runs, and inserting their references, their captions correctly. Remember, I simply went underneath it, now insert a caption. If this category doesn't come up, for example, by default you won't see program run, you simply go new label and you simply type in what you want it to be called. So program runs, for example, you might want to, and that then creates yet another category. I now have 2, but we're only going to go with that one. And that's how you would add a new category. Once you've done that once in your version of Word, you should remember those categories and you should be able to just use them and label things accordingly from this point. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.